And it's been a big Lance weekend. So, as I was saying, like, I have lots of friends and family who are sports fans. It would be wild if one of them texted me, oh my gosh, what's going on with Lance Stroll? Because SportsCenter talked about it or something. That did not happen. But there was way more Lance talk than I am used to. I'm used to just being this, like, niche fan over here thing that's happening. My entire social media feed was first spending the entire pre-race and race debating whether or not he should be in the car. And then Tuesday, he releases an incredibly vulnerable video about his 12 days to get ready for that race post-surgery. I'm still, like, it was just a very emotional, vulnerable video. And again, Lance Stroll is not a driver who puts that kind of content out on social media. I'm still processing. What's going through your head?
Yeah, before I had sent you that video yesterday when I opened Instagram, and I'm like, this is Lance. This is a video of Lance. This is a long caption. Oh, this is the whole story of everything that actually happened and, like, the questions that everyone's been asking of what went down. And it was documented just so intimately, and watching him go through all of the rehab, physical therapy, and just the, like, medical procedure preparation, I really admire him a lot. I just don't know how he did it. One of my best friends last year got into an accident, broke his wrist, had to get screws and everything. It's ugly. It was ugly. It's a horrible, horrible experience. And he was so limited in what he could do, and Lance
drove an F1 car.
And drove an F1 car. When
and
I just want to be like
George Russell.
Right. And I just want to be like, Lance, I am worried about you. I'm not going to, like, you are a big boy. You do whatever you want to do. But I was, like, so nervous watching that video and knowing, like, oh my God, look at him. He's now going to get in a car and drive. Like, it is unbelievable, the determination that video really showed that he had.
It really got me thinking about how, like, we don't get that kind of access to Lance normally. He doesn't do a lot of interviews. He doesn't share on social media. And, like, collectively, the value that has, the amount of people on social media who do not normally empathize or relate to Lance in any way, who were feeling those feelings because of what he shared on social media, it did feel like a moment of, at least for me with my marketing brain, of really seeing the value in being present on social media and the brands that drivers are building on it from a driver who doesn't normally do that.
Yeah, and it did feel like a shift. It was unique and special. I also was at the point where, you know what, Lance showed up. They said he was racing. He raced. And, like, at the post-race media, that was the conversation that it was going to be. But it was clear that this whole situation was so impactful on Lance that not only did he want to make a statement on his own personal accounts in a way that provided a lot of information, whether he made that decision, people within his team made that decision, also just being able to acknowledge and bring attention to the medical team that helped him through the whole thing. Because that's a huge obvious piece of all of this, of the people that were also working behind him that were like, okay, you are this determination and crazy to be able to want to do this, but we'll help you get there. So it was a real internal different side of Lance that I have never seen, I can say. Mm-hmm. Totally different. Did not recognize him. Definitely gave him some extra brownie points for me. So that is it for this week, everyone. We want to give a big thank you, as always, to VoiceOver Man, F1 Multi-Viewer, and our four-legged executive producers. Make sure you have auto downloads turned on. Rate and review the pod. It always helps us out when you guys give us feedback, what you like, what you love, what you'd like to see us try out. Extra special shout out to everyone on Apple Podcasts. Please keep leaving those reviews. We love to see them. Pretty please. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, whatever is your preference. at Gridwalk Show for daily grid walks throughout the week. And we will be back every Thursday, and we hope you join us. Today was kind of like a grid nap.